in life, you got to be a hoe.
So Nick Khan reveals that WWE has high hopes for Jordynne Grace, who he confirmed has signed a contract with the company. Apparently it's a long-term 5-year deal or something. Apparently something went wrong with Drew McIntyre's elimination from the men's Royal Rumble match. When Drew got to the back, he was screaming and cursing that someone had to get their moves in at the expense of a number of stories in the match. He then loudly stormed out of the building and was gone well before the match ended. This is via PW Insider. Now, they've been up, as we've been chronicling here too. So to me, they're just useful idiots category now. PWI, they were breaking some before, but even to just confirm further what I'm saying, Triple H is laughing about it at the press conference. And he's like, none of these people know. And it's because none of them do. They're all, yes, they all have sources, chat, but the source is telling them, and they might tell them one right thing about, oh yeah, they just signed this deal here, or oh yeah, they're injured here, or whatever, or they're just on vacation. They might get a one little thing like that, and then the grand scope, they're never going to tell storyline stuff again. Okay? They're never going to do that ever again. So not at least as long as Triple H and Nick Khan and them are running the ship. Won't happen. You got to be grateful for that. Okay? I like that all the sheets are spiraling, right? But it's not so much as I'm not going to like go at PWI and be like, this guy's a dumb flyer. It's not about that. Because like PWI doesn't condescend people. I don't know. They blocked me and were like, if you read the real story, you would. When I made a joke about one of their stories, Mike Johnson said that to me. So maybe that guy, because he doesn't like me. But ultimately, though, I ain't even hating on them like that because they're not out there. Well, I guess maybe that was one instance. So I don't know. But we'll keep eyes on them, chat. And we'll see. You'll have to do it for me. I'm blocked. But yeah, I think this is largely because let's be honest, Drew's whole thing is that he does the work shoot work now. That's his whole thing is he's mad at everybody and he stormed out of Survivor Series and he stormed out last year. And I don't know, man. It's all good. But LA Knight, what had happened, and here's the other thing too. It's like they made this up because Drew, I don't think if you watch it back, when Drew's getting eliminated, that's when LA Knight is doing, like the crowd's going, LA Knight, yeah, you can like hear it, but Drew wouldn't even have known that it distracted, maybe unless audibly he heard it. But I just feel as though either it's a complete work or it's just Drew was like, oh, if I said a few things, what the was that about? You know, it's not like they're not men and they're not going to be like, what the did he? Okay, had to get your thin pal, but it's just like boys in a locker room. So, and then I think it gets blown out of proportion or someone leaks it or someone overhears something. I don't know, but I just think it's complete. So 2K arrives on mobile exclusively on Netflix games this fall.
From the comfort of your own phone. WWE 2K is coming to mobile in late 2025. Exclusive.
Okay. So the end of this year. Oh, didn't know. Yeah, I'll pre-download that on my phone. Jordynne Grace expresses gratitude to WWE champion Cody Rhodes. This guy booked and advocated for me to be on the first ever All-In event in 2018, leading to me being offered a TNA contract days later. The rest is history. Forever grateful. There you go, man. Just the way Cody Rhodes shaped things, man. When that difference happened with Cody Rhodes and Tony Khan, and that split happened, I'm telling you, that was the true downfall of AEW. Someone's got to write that book, or Cody will write it, because I think that was when it really began, was right there, because he went, and then that's when Jericho, not a show on Jericho, but those guys really got in without a filter, you know, like the Bucks really sank into Tony without that filter there. I truly believe that. Now I know this is like a while back. I told you guys I have a lot to get to here because we didn't get to a lot on the Rumble stream, but yeah.
It's a double
Indie, mainstream, Pacers, Bianca, Montez,
WE
mainstream
here in downtown Indianapolis.
Such a cringe word. So yeah, they were also doing like the Rock Austin package from WrestleMania. So Major League Soccer's broadcast team will reportedly be working out of WWE headquarters. So there you go. UFC's done similar stuff with their Apex. They have a whole broadcasting thing, and they've You know, I don't know anything as big as Major League Soccer, but they have that ability as well. So another little side hustle, if you will, for I believe. So Joe Hendry, man. So I watched the Rumble back, and goddamn, he got such a big pop when him and Roman had their little face off. It was such a big pop. This guy's going straight to the main roster when he gets called up from TNA. No, I mean, they're bought by the competition now. But yeah, dude, we totally believe here. This was an amazing moment. And I told you guys, what I say, the TNA Knockouts champion ain't going to show up. We already got that 2 times. It'll be we've never had the men's world champion. And we already knew based off what like Nick Nemeth was sort of saying, he likely won't be a guy we see crossover and at any time with, you know, WWE. Like, he's been there already. However, if you recall during the Royal Rumble, and I shouted it out, they called Dolph Ziggler Nick Nemeth. They didn't say even like FKA Dolph Ziggler or anything. They were just like Nick Nemeth on commentary. So that was really cool as well. Just putting TNA over and not doing this weird, like, the pro wrestling universe is, there's just our universe. It is just the WWE universe in a way, but it's, you know, they've welcomed everything, even the elite, you know, they've sort of kayfabed it in now. You went to that other place. Might as well just say it. During today's WWE town hall meeting for employees, WWE President Nick Khan told everyone that the company has high hopes for new signing Jordan Grace. No, there was also a heavy push and high praise for Penta, with WWE noting they see something truly special in him. Yeah. Next Rey Mysterio. No, but they're booking it that way. They are claiming it that way on commentary. They are presenting him that way. You know, Andre the Giant stood on a milk crate. Are you going to get mad like Dave Meltzer? I mean, it's preposterous, Brian. Even though it's like, they're kayfabing, bro. Are you getting mad at what wrestling? Crazy. So, yeah, I see the special stuff too. And it's crazy because I always saw it more in Ray Phoenix. Like, to me, Penta was the dude who, yes, he gets over, and all these other companies that are willing to go a little more like dark with the lucha aesthetic. But again, it's not Vince's WWE. So that dark lucha aesthetic that worked in all these other companies instead of the, like, you know, flagrant, vibrant, fluorescent luchadors that we're used to, you know, he comes in and he steals the shit. To me, I was always like, no, Ray Phoenix would be that guy in WWE, but no, dude, it's Penta. To me, I'm like, bro, Ray Phoenix, goddamn, dude, when he comes in too, the Lucha Bros merch, holy, that's gonna go so crazy, dude. So great for them. And yeah, Jordan and Penta, look for them to get massively pushed. Stephanie McMahon has a new show called Stephanie's Places, set to air on ESPN. And this is like, didn't Stone Cold have a show like this? What? And then John Cena has a show like this where he hangs out with celebrities and does. So I don't know. This is like Stephanie's version of this. And it's weird because I didn't think this would be her thing, but I guess Stephanie is like a personality that, why not plug her in front of the camera? I mean,
wow, this is really cool. The queen of us queens.
Okay, you put it on me.
Being on this yacht, being with the bloodline, it's pretty cool.
on a yacht with the bloodline, on a yacht with, where was
You what?
No, I'm just wait, what is that? Wait, what are they, what channel is this for? Oh, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll check that out. Alexa Bliss is heading to Raw, so we'll find that out tonight. Where's the Wyatt Six? Didn't they get moved to SmackDown, or are they still on Raw? What's the sitch with them? I would love to know. And will she fit in with them? I could totally see it. And I was also saying too, her and Nikki Cross could team up for like and try and get the women's tag belts. And because you need more women's tag teams. If you're gonna have those belts, you need more than like 3 teams, with one of them never being on TV and one of them, you know, one of them, or sorry, 2 of them never being on TV and one of them being like a makeshift Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler thrown together team. You know, might as well just let Nikki and Alexa team, and then you can have those other dudes team. Gacy and Rowan or whatever. Then you can have Dallas team with Loomis, or just do his own whatever, right? Spread them out a bit, or keep them confined and find more factions. Like, okay, you had a lady here. Name a faction that has 2 ladies and then the rest dudes that could even fight the Wyatt Six next. Like, that doesn't even make sense, Not that, but aesthetically and everything, it looks like she's sort of leaning into that. So who knows? We'll see. I don't know. I'm just going to watch. After this Rumble, I don't know what to think, chat. I never thought we'd be saying Jey Uso wins the Rumble and is going to main event WrestleMania. So I'm just shutting up and enjoying this because, God, dude, it was so fun. That Rumble was for sure one of the best of all time, just overall. All the implications, and the finish was great too. Cena sold it like $1 million. The whole and I like that too, just a slip off the back and then just a push, and then because that's all it takes, and just none of us saw that coming. It was the last thing you expected, so it was awesome. And just all the spots, like Cena murdering Finn with the attitude adjustment off the apron, like that was crazy. What else, man? Just the Braun Breaker spear on Roman Reigns on iShowSpeed. Those were both fantastic. I mean, come on. Everything. Logan coming in at 30 and just I thought for a second he was going to weasel it out. The brawl on the outside with Punk and Rollins, and how Rollins 2-foot stomped Roman, just came flying in. That, I don't know. Amazing, pal. And everyone's like, oh, we're getting a triple threat and all this. We got Elimination Chamber coming up. So they want to make you all think, and there's going to be blood in this chamber. Don't get it twisted, okay? We saw that blood in that ladder match. There's going to be blood in this chamber, and they want you to think that all 6 of these guys truly despise each other, because that was the whole point of the chamber too. Everyone was mixing it up and everyone really hated each other, but also it was like, we have to determine a champion, whatever. And you had the HBK, Triple H stuff, and just all the stories were interweaving at the time. You have the perfect opportunity to do that. So no, the chamber will determine oh, maybe here's the one-on-one and here's the whatever, you had a big pile up of guys, because the chamber will likely be, Roman, Cena, Punk, Seth, and then you have Priest and Drew. I would like to say those would be your 6, right? So great, pal. And then Logan will just do some other. Logan Paul's a guy who can just feud anyone. It's Logan Paul, It could be someone coming out of the chamber as well. He could be in the chamber too, and you remove one of those guys. But anyways, though, here is Mandy Rose saying, she stole my catchphrase about Tiffany, put some respect on my name. And I quote tweeted this, and I was like, Birdman, anyone? Put some respect on my name? No? It was just generic music 12. Oh, Finn's here? Anyways, though, yes, Mandy Rose said, Tiffany better put respect on my name. So I was like, Birdman, anyone? No?
And another little story that just happened. Friday Night SmackDown, a new champion named Tiffany Stratton, used my slogan.
She used your slogan? No way.
Put some respect on my name. And I was like, I didn't even, to be honest, I wasn't even watching it.
Hey, I got a new slogan, chat. If you smell what Phil is cooking.
And I
blew up on Twitter.
Yeah, I got so many tweets about it. And I was like, what is going on? And I saw the clip. And this bitch even used the same kind of tone.
The same kind of tone, yeah. Well, how was she supposed to say it? Hey, I came up with a new catchphrase, guys. Ready? That's the bottom line, because Phil Mark said so. Trademark, TM. So Stephanie McMahon says she prefers being a heel. And she
you're one of the best heels of all time.
And she cooks Hulk Hogan at the end on the Pat McAfee show. Let's take a listen. Shout out Pat McAfee. Shout out Steph. Shout out the Fed.
You're one of the best heels of all time.
Oh,
did you enjoy that?
Love being a heel.
Yeah.
But thank you. Yes, I hate being a baby face. It's the worst.
Yeah,
the worst.
Love being a heel.
Prefer to be booed. Yeah. Much
whole life
preferred.
You felt that way?
Oh yeah. Even when I was growing up, I always loved the heels. I didn't like cheering for Hogan. It just wasn't.
Well, LA.
But he was the most over ever. But I just like, yeah, I wasn't on the bandwagon.
What?
A real wrestling, real graps staff or what? Okay, moving along here. WWE breaks Guinness World Record for fastest t-shirt creation. This is via kayfabe news. I thought it was funny. They're of course joking, but here you go. But hey, the NHL too. I mean, any sport, right? They have the hats for both teams made, but obviously this one they knew beforehand, and there's your winners, man. And then Charlotte, I'm just not as triggered by because it was kind of predictable. We kind of all knew, like, if she comes back, she's probably going to win this. I don't know. And then some people are really triggered by both victors. I'm just here for the ride right now. I don't know, dude. They're doing so good that I'm not about to just start like on things that I didn't expect. I'm going to give them a chance. Now, if they up WrestleMania because of this, okay, then we'll have words. But otherwise, I just think I could see them also open it. Nah, they'll probably close Mania with a yeet off, you know? And that way, dude, The Rock or like a heel could win the WWE title. Here's the thing. I could see Cody dropping that belt at this Mania. You know, he's over like Rover. I get he's the WWE champ, but he doesn't even need that belt to be that over, I don't think. I think if he loses it, it doesn't bring him down enough to where we don't give it. It's like LA Knight. A lot of these guys are just over right now. It doesn't really matter, you know? Not to say that the creative should be lacking or anything. Smart money would be you just let him have one more defense and then he can drop it at like a SummerSlam or Rumble or something like that, like next WWE year, right? If I say next year and we're talking about the Fed, you guys know what I mean, okay? Mania to Mania. But anyways, moving along here. So this man, Finn Balor, was just vibing at the Knicks game. So there you go. That was like a week ago here. Finn Balor's just chilling at the Knicks game, not on Raw. So Logan Paul, I did this whole breakdown on the show about how WWE fumbled the Paul brothers fight. Well, they're not fighting. I'm a dummy. And it was all a marketing ploy to promote this show that they have now. It is sort of an L that you have the Paul brothers on Max, your competition, if you will. But AEW is just not even like, I'm just not ever. I'm not having that discussion anymore. I'm over it. It's just something I'm like after this last weekend at that Rumble. That was a Rumble. That wasn't even Mania. I feel like this was after Mania. This is how epic that Rumble was. So I don't know. It's like comparing apples to oranges at this point. However, though, the Paul brothers, they swerved everyone. The fight poster, all that was just a marketing ploy to pitch this TV show to the masses as far as like come and watch it on Max. It was a great swerve. I'm a mark. I bit on it. Idiot. And yeah, I'll give myself a dummy glass. Yeah. But great stuff. I'm not going to play it. We'll probably get pulled. But yeah, their wives, their lives, right? And the Paul brothers are just gonna, we're the Kardashians, bro. So Drew McIntyre is due for a program with Damian Priest heading into WrestleMania. About described by a source as a nothing match. Like, do you guys hear how these dirt sheets? And like, I pray to God a source in WWE is working these idiots by saying this. But McIntyre is of the opinion he deserves a more prominent feud after the most successful year of his career in 2024. Do you guys think The Rock went out of his way to personally re-sign Drew and make sure he's happy and comfortable in the company for the years to come on a long-term deal for them to just go, well, he's just in a nothing match this year, Drew? Just a nothing match. This is so cringe, man. I just can't stand all these dirt sheets doing this. They're getting worked. Drew's not in a nothing match. You're a nothing burger. And suck my balls. No, I don't know, guys. I'm out of insults here for these dirt sheets. This is like, come on, man. I've been reading so much on Twitter the last 2 days. It's like, bro, really? Y'all really that mad? That Rumble was crazy. You guys really gonna fall for Drew's mad again? Really? And I don't care if it makes the show more compelling for you to watch, that's a good thing. But it's when I'm looking at like real smart people or who think they're smart trying to sell their $14.99 to dumb people by saying, look, it's really real, guys. Like, come on, that's crazy. WrestleLamia says, fun fact, whoever eliminates Roman Reigns wins the Rumble. So let's see if it rings true. In 2014, Batista eliminated Roman, and he won. In 2015, Roman won. In 2016, Triple H eliminated Roman and he won. In 2017, Randy Orton eliminated Roman and won. In 2018, Nakamura eliminated Roman and won. And then in 2020, Drew McIntyre eliminated Roman and won. Who won? It was Jay. So Jay did not eliminate Roman. Who eliminated? So that streak is Dunzo, WrestleMania. Stephanie McMahon was never a Hulk Hogan fan. We went over that. As Fightful Select reported, so look at this guy here, this Corey Hayes dude. Now, I'm not even hating, okay, on this guy particular, but I don't know why he's like Fightful ball sniffing here. As Fightful reported, well, according to SAP, they just gossip and they don't actually report, bro. So I don't know why you're like, as Fightful Select reported, Alexa Bliss coming back was a late decision. So listen to this, guys, and this is what I mean with the whole Punk story and all this. It's just lies, okay? Like back when Punk, he's not returning. It's so stupid. So PWN reports learned that Bliss came to an agreement with WWE around 5 a.m. Saturday morning, which led to Bliss appearing in the Rumble match yesterday. So at 5 a.m. the day of, they got Lily dolls ready to make. They got their manufacturer on the horn with the new sculpts, and she got her Lily doll made and the new gear and her makeup done, and she flew in. She just agreed, meaning she didn't have a plane ticket waiting, and she just flew in and gets there. And it's and the same thing with Punk, where they show the backstage footage too of Punk signing the physical paper when he gets to the building. It's the internet. You can give you can type your name on a contract. I've done this a million times. You just type your name, digital signature. It's locked in. Like, you mean to tell me they had none of this planned before? The graphics for Titantron and all. You have to. And then who did they tell at 5 a.m.? Hey, you're not in the Rumble. Who? Like, you're foolish. Stop lying. Oh, no, it was now Fightful's like, well, it was a very last minute thing. That's why we didn't know. No, you just didn't know because it wasn't that. And same with Punk. People knew he was training. People knew he trains with MMA guys. Okay? Right? Get out the wrestling bubble. He trains with people who fight in the UFC, or he trains adjacent to them. Okay? And he was training for a big comeback. What was he coming back to AEW? Was he going to fight again and get beat in 20 seconds? Coming back to WWE. Living Color remade that music. Oh, yeah. They did it right when Punk went and signed the paper. Triple H phoned them and said, hey, did you guys get that maybe remix song maybe ready for us so we can get around the AEW copyright stuff? And, a graphics department, just have some Punk graphics made. Put hours into designing this, going into this huge Survivor Series show where we need all hands on deck. Put extra manpower into that just in case. You never know. And then the new T-shirts have the print of the graphic that are on the Titantron. These people are so stupid. I just don't know what else I can say.
Sometimes in life, you got to be a hoe.
Sometimes in life, you just got to be a hoe. With respect to Mandy, nobody thought that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, come on. But maybe she's trying to work her way into a match. She wants back in WWE. WWE's mainstream and hot again.
Shut up, bitch.
A lot of these people who are like, I don't need WWE, are looking at WWE like, God damn, I might need WWE to get on Netflix now. Before I didn't need them to get on Netflix, but yeah, just a lot of the man, and then the spinning around, like this guy's spinning it around for Fightful, like, oh well, as they report, it was a very late deal, so she didn't give a digital signature. They didn't have an agreement. They were just went on a whim and bought her a plane ticket and got her one, and she just was able. Well, they sent for the private plane, and it's this big conspiracy now. Like, no, bro, they figured this out. They worked the sheets before by planting a story. What's more likely? All you got to do, I say this all the time, is be Batman. Just deduce it. It's always the simplest answer. Like, what's more likely? That they're leaking fake stories out there, because every time people report and it blows up, and then it never is true now with WWE. And we have video footage of Triple H laughing, literally. Well, these guys don't know. He's saying it on the post-show thing, okay? Anyways, though, NXT did 827,000 with a 0.19. That show's going to do 1 million a couple times in the next couple years.